The jeweler looked at the small man in purple and said, "Sir, this piece is $400,000. Perhaps I can show you something more, within your budget." Prince didn't argue. He didn't pull out his wallet. He did something else. Something the jeweler is still trying to understand. Cartier, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. Saturday afternoon, February 1996. 2:47 p.m. Prince was shopping for Mate's birthday. His wife. They'd married on Valentine's Day, 1996. This was their first year of marriage. Mate's birthday was coming up, November 12th. She would turn 23. Prince wanted to buy her something meaningful, not just expensive, meaningful. He came to Cartier alone, no bodyguards, no assistant. He wore black pants, purple button-down shirt, black jacket, sunglasses, natural afro, slightly disheveled from the wind. He looked like a regular guy, not a superstar. 2:52 p.m. Prince entered Cartier. The store was pristine. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, security guards at the door. Behind the counter, Richard Beaumont, 48, senior sales consultant, 20 years at Cartier, extremely pretentious. Richard was helping an older couple, obviously wealthy, Hermès bags, Rolex watches. He glanced at Prince. Instant judgment. Not our typical clientele. Prince walked to the display case, looked at the necklaces. One caught his eye, a custom amethyst and diamond necklace. Centerpiece, a 12-carat heart-shaped amethyst surrounded by white diamonds. The purple stone gleamed under the lights. Prince stared at it for a long time. Richard finished with the couple, approached Prince with that fake polite smile. "Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you find something?" Prince, without looking up. "That one. The purple stone." Richard glanced at the necklace. "Ah, the amethyst heart. Beautiful piece. Very unique. How much?" Richard hesitated, sized Prince up again. Casual clothes, no visible wealth indicators, alone. "That particular piece is $400,000. He waited for Prince to flinch, to apologize, to leave. Prince didn't move. "Can I see it?" Richard's smile tightened. "Sir, I'm happy to show you our collection, but I should mention this is a very high-value item. We typically require proof of funds before handling pieces in this price range." Translation: "You can't afford this." Prince, calmly, "I just want to see it." Richard sighed, unlocked the case, removed the necklace wearing white gloves, placed it on a velvet display pad. Prince leaned in, studied it closely. The purple amethyst caught the light. It was beautiful. Matey would love it. "Why amethyst?" Richard, condescending. "Amethyst is charming, but if you're looking for something truly valuable, I'd recommend our diamond collection. Amethyst doesn't hold value like diamonds. It's more of a fashion choice." Prince looked at him. "Fashion choice? Yes. If this is for a significant other, I'd strongly suggest diamonds. They're a better investment." Prince nodded slowly, thinking. "What, if purple is her favorite color?" Richard smiled, that pitying smile. "Personal preference is lovely, but when you're spending this kind of money, you want something that appreciates. Amethyst depreciates. Diamonds don't." Prince stood up straight, looked Richard in the eye. "I'll take it." Richard blinked. "I'm sorry?" "The necklace. I'll take it." "Sir, I just explained. This is $400,000. Do you have—" "I have cash." Silence. Richard's brain recalibrated. You're serious? Do I look like I'm joking?" Richard, flustered. "No, of course not. Let me get the paperwork. Can I see some identification?" Prince pulled out his wallet, handed over his ID. Richard looked at it. Prince Rogers Nelson. His face went white. You're Prince." "Yeah." Richard was stammering. "Mr. Nelson, I am so sorry. I didn't recognize. I should have. It's fine." "No, it's not fine. I insulted your choice." I questioned your budget. You did your job. You protected an expensive item. I get it. Richard exhaled, relieved. Thank you. Let me process this purchase. $400,000 for the amethyst necklace. Will that be cash or neither? Silence. I'm sorry? Prince, calmly. I don't want to buy the necklace. Richard's face, complete confusion. But you just said, I said I'd take it. I didn't say I'd buy it. I don't understand. Prince reached into his jacket, pulled out a small notebook, the kind he always carried, filled with song lyrics, ideas, sketches, opened it, showed Richard a hand-drawn design. It was a necklace, sketched in pencil, detailed, beautiful. The centerpiece, a purple stone, not amethyst, something else. Surrounding it, intricate metalwork in the shape of musical notes. The chain, delicate, elegant. At the bottom of the sketch, a note in Prince's handwriting. For M, the sound of love. Prince, I don't want your necklace. I want you to make this one. Richard stared at the sketch. You want us to custom design this? Yes. Mr. Nelson, custom work of this caliber would take months. And the cost? How much? Richard studied the sketch, the level of detail, the quality of the stone Prince was requesting. Not amethyst. He'd drawn a sapphire, rare purple sapphire. His hands were shaking slightly as he held the notebook. This wasn't a casual sketch. This was architecture. Every curve, every note, every detail meticulously planned. With a purple sapphire of this size and clarity, easily $800,000. Maybe more. Prince nodded. Do it. You're willing to spend $800,000 on a custom piece? For her? Yes. Richard was speechless. He'd sold millions of dollars of jewelry in his career, but he'd never seen this. This wasn't about status. This wasn't about investment. This was about making something that didn't exist yet. Something that couldn't exist without this specific person creating it for this specific person. When do you need it? November 12th, her birthday. Richard checked his calendar. That's 9 months. It's tight, but we can do it. Good. One more thing. Yes? The musical notes in the design. Each note represents a song I wrote for her. Can you engrave the song titles inside the pendant? So small only she can read them? Richard looked up from the sketch. That's beautiful. She's beautiful. Richard's voice was quiet, almost reverent. Mr. Nelson, I've been selling jewelry for 20 years. I've seen people spend millions, but I've never seen anyone design love before. That's what this is, isn't it? You're designing love. Prince smiled slightly. I'm designing a reminder. So, when things get hard, and they will, she can hold this, and remember there was a moment when I saw her clearly, when I knew exactly who she was, and I chose her. The songs, they're your story, they're our story, the beautiful parts, the complicated parts, all of it. Prince left a $200,000 deposit. Cash. Richard watched him walk out of the store, realized he'd just witnessed something rare. Love made tangible. November 12th, 1996, Mate's 23rd birthday. Prince gave Mate the necklace at Paisley Park. Private. Just the two of them. She opened the velvet box, saw the purple sapphire pendant, the musical note design, started crying immediately. Prince showed her the hidden engravings inside the pendant. You needed a magnifying glass to read them. The most beautiful girl in the world. Acknowledge me, now. I love you, but I don't trust you anymore. The one. 5 songs. 5 moments in their relationship. Maite, sobbing. You made this? I designed it. Cartier made it. But yeah, it's yours. How much? Doesn't matter. Prince. What matters is that when you wear it, you remember. You're not just beautiful. You're the sound I hear when I close my eyes. Prince told Mate the story of the jeweler, how Richard dismissed amethyst as cheap, How Prince didn't argue, just designed something better. Mate, you spent $800,000 to prove him wrong? No, I spent $800,000 to prove him irrelevant. His opinion doesn't matter. Yours does. What Mate didn't know, what Prince didn't tell her. 1 month. Earlier, October 1996, their son, boy Gregory, had died. 1 week old, Pfeiffer syndrome, skull malformation. Prince had been designing this necklace since February. 9 months of planning, 9 months of hope. He'd ordered it before their son was born, before the diagnosis, before the death. When boy Gregory died, Prince could have canceled it, could have said the timing was wrong, could have hidden it away. Instead, he gave it to Mate on schedule, November 12th, her birthday, because in the middle of the worst grief imaginable, he wanted her to have something beautiful, something permanent, something that said, "We still exist, we still matter." The necklace was supposed to be a celebration. Instead, it became a lifeline, something beautiful in the middle of unbearable grief. Mait wore it through everything, through the pain, through the silence, through the slow dissolution of their marriage. She wore it to their son's funeral, a purple sapphire against a black dress. She wore it through the nightmares, the blame, the distance that grew between them like ice. 1999. They divorced. Mayte kept the necklace. Even when money was tight, even when people offered her millions for Prince memorabilia, she kept it. Because it wasn't memorabilia. It was proof that for 1 moment, before the tragedy, before the divorce, before everything fell apart, someone had seen her completely and loved her anyway. April 21st, 2016. Prince Rogers Nelson died at Paisley Park, 57 years old. Mate was devastated. She pulled out the necklace, hadn't worn it in years, used the magnifying glass to read the engravings again, the 5 song titles, the 5 memories. Then she noticed something she'd never seen before, on the back of the pendant, hidden. So small she'd missed it for 20 years. 1 word, forever. She stopped breathing. Prince had put it there, in 1996, before their son died, before the divorce, before everything fell apart. Forever. Not as a promise that their marriage would last, as a promise that what they had, the music, the love, the moments encoded in metal and stone, would outlive them both. 2017, Mayate wrote her memoir. She included a chapter about the necklace. People ask me why I didn't sell the necklace. It's worth over $2 million now. I could have paid off my house, started a foundation, done 100 practical things, but Prince didn't give me that necklace to be practical. He gave it to me to be permanent. The songs engraved inside? They're our story. The moments we chose each other, the moments we failed each other, the moments we tried again. And on the back, a word I didn't find until he was gone. Forever. That's not a necklace. That's a promise. And I'm keeping it. 2024. The necklace was on display at the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles, part of a Prince retrospective, insured for $3.2 million. The plaque read, "Purple Sapphire Pendant, designed by Prince, 1996, crafted by Cartier Beverly Hills, commissioned for Mate Garcia's 23rd birthday. This piece contains 5 engraved song titles representing key moments in Prince and Mate's relationship. A 6th engraving, the word forever, was hidden on the back of the pendant and remained undiscovered until after Prince's death in 2016. Mate Garcia has stated she will never sell this piece, calling it a promise made tangible. On loan from the Mate Garcia collection, visitors' reactions captured on social media. I stood in front of this necklace for 20 minutes and cried. 847,000 likes. The fact that she found forever after he died, I can't breathe. 1.2 million likes. This isn't jewelry. This is a love letter you can wear. 2.3 million likes, 2019. A journalist tracked down Richard Beaumont, now retired. Do you remember Prince? Every day. What do you remember most? I told him amethyst was cheap. Purple didn't hold value. He didn't argue. He just made me irrelevant. Designed something so beautiful that my opinions stopped mattering. Do you regret how you treated him? Long pause. I regret not understanding that value isn't about price. It's about meaning. That necklace is worth $3 million because Prince loved someone enough to encode an entire relationship into metal and stone. That's not jewelry. That's immortality. The journalist. Have you seen the necklace? At the museum? 3 times. I can't stop going back. Every time I see it, I remember the day he walked into my store with a notebook. I was selling jewelry. He was creating forever. I thought I understood luxury, Cartier, diamonds, investment value. But Prince taught me that the most valuable thing you can give someone isn't what costs the most. It's what means the most. That necklace will outlive all of us. Not because it's expensive, because it's true. Today, visitors to the Grammy Museum stand in front of the purple sapphire pendant. They look at the musical note design. They read about the 5 song titles. They learn about forever, the word Métis found after Prince died. And they understand something. Love isn't what you buy off a shelf. Love is what you build, what you design, what you encode into something permanent so that even when you're gone, the person you loved can hold it and remember. One visitor, a young woman, was overheard telling her boyfriend, "That's what I want. Not the necklace, the intention behind it. Someone who sees me so clearly they can design my entire heart in metal and stone." Security guards say people stand there for an average of 12 minutes, longer than any other piece in the museum. Some cry, some take photos, some just stand in silence, because they're not looking at jewelry. They're looking at proof that love can outlive death, that what you create for someone, if you create it honestly enough, becomes immortal. That's not a $3 million necklace. That's a promise made tangible, and it will last forever.